My question to you is, have you noticed something different about this channel? It's changing yet again. It seems like I can't make up my mind what to do with this channel, and today I want to discuss the changes that I recently implemented. So I've changed the channel name yet again to what we call Bricksie Talks. What's the reasoning behind that? Oh, it's pretty logical, to tell you the truth. But if you've been subscribed to this channel, or if you've been watching this channel for quite some time, then you know that I've been changing it, or that I've changed it quite a bit over the years. It started as like a channel. It was so random. It was called Life of Foresight. Didn't really do much with it at that point. And then I was like, okay, well, we should change this. So I decided to change it. It was more of like a behind the scenes channel, a vlog channel, sort of daily uploads, and it sort of shared what I was doing behind the scenes in the Lego room or in the Lego studio, and I called it Beyond Bricksie. And that was pretty cool. And then I realized that, oh my gosh, okay, what's happening here is I'm uploading on both channels every day. I'm getting a little bit exhausted, and it's sort of weird because I'm vlogging what I'm doing on Bricksie channel, and then I'm vlogging what I'm doing behind the scenes on the Beyond Bricksie channel. So I was like, okay, it's not working. And I'm just getting clouded here. It's too difficult. I can't keep up with both channels. So then I gave it some thought, and I was like, what should we do with this channel? And I was on vacation with Mrs. Bricksie, and we were actually sitting at a brewery in Drumheller, and we were having like, just talking about the business, and we were like, what are we gonna do with this Beyond Bricksie channel that's been dead for so long? And we were like, I was like, I got an idea. You know, like this is before we had kids and we had a lot of free time. I was like, why don't we make a channel called Mrs. Bricksie? So we've got Bricksie and Mrs. Bricksie, and on the Mrs. Bricksie channel, we can post like your baking stuff, and you can do baking, and you can do arts and crafts, and you can also showcase some of the Lego builds that you've worked on, such as the facades for Diagon Alley. That's with 4 Privet Drive. No, 12 Grimwald Place. I always get that mixed up. And also the 101 Dalmatians and Full House. And that was pretty cool. We ran with that for a while. But then it just became a little bit too much for Mrs. Bricksie, and I was like, yeah, we need to post on this channel more often. But then she was helping me with this channel, and the workload just became too much once again. So I was like, so then we stopped posting on there. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I want to post on it, but now it doesn't really make sense that Bricksie makes a video for Mrs. Bricksie channel. So that didn't really make any sense because I'm the main person behind the video creation aspect of it. So I was like, well, it's not really working. I can't really post on Mrs. Bricksie. That's sort of awkward because I'm not Mrs. Bricksie. So we changed it yet again to The Brixies. And The Brixies was supposed to be a vlog style channel where we vlog our day, but we do it more behind the scenes and also with our family. It was supposed to be like, okay, we're going to Disneyland, let's make some cool vlogs behind the scenes about things that aren't Lego, and things that involve our kids, and things that involve anything that isn't really Lego. And the problem with that is that I don't really do anything in a day or in a week or in a month or in a year that's not Lego. Maybe that's a little bit bold. That's a bold statement there. I definitely do things that aren't Lego, but once I'm done filming my Lego video for the day and talking about Lego all day and editing and uploading that video and hearing myself repeat myself about Lego all day, it's like I don't really feel like going home and firing up the camera and starting to make a video about things that aren't Lego. You know what I mean? Because then I'm literally spending every minute of my entire existence on a video camera. So I got away from doing that. And also, when Mrs. Bricksie and I are hanging out together and we're with the kids, the last thing, I hate to say this, but the last thing that we want to do for the most part is whip out a video camera and start recording that aspect of our life, because then literally our entire lives are on camera. So that's why The Brixies never really worked out in the end either. And what I this ended up doing with the Brixies was actually, I sort of took control of it on my own. And I started posting videos like this, where I literally just talk to the camera and express my thoughts and, you know, just ponder different things or share excitement about different things, such as getting the studio. So if you look at the last, I don't know, 6 or 8 or 10 videos that came on this channel, they're sort of like this. It's just me talking to the camera behind the scenes once again, and sort of like a different style of video that's behind the scenes rather than like the lifestyle videos that we were planning to make, and also behind the scenes of the channel of the video production for the Bricksie channel. So it's different than beyond, or so what I'm doing now, like talking to the camera and what I've been doing on this channel, is ended up being different than beyond Bricksie, and it's also ended up being different than Mrs. Bricksie, obviously, and different than the Brixies. And to be honest, the reason I've decided to change it to Bricksie Talks is because I think this is the only style of channel that I will be able to maintain on top of maintaining the Bricksie channel. And what can we expect to see on this channel? Well, we're actually still going to see a lot of behind the scenes stuff where I talk about the Lego City. I might make videos where I focus on specific comments and suggestions that were commented and suggested in the Bricksie video. So for example, if I make a video about the bird aviary and I place the bird aviary and somebody says, oh, I really like that, you should try and make a domed roof, or you should try and make an angled roof, or oh, hey, I see that you placed this in the Lego City, I really like this train track, or I really like what you're doing in the Lego City, but I hate this train track that you're doing here. This train track should all be ballast. You might see some videos of me discussing this a little bit further and why I decided to do it this way, and sort of addressing some of the current concerns and questions in the comment section. And also I'm going to be discussing anything else that's on my mind, because I think a lot all the time. I'm always thinking about stuff, whether it be with Lego or whether it be with Lego, whether it be with Lego or whether it be with life, or just like the whole business aspect of everything. I think about that a lot. So you might see a lot of that on this channel as well, where I'm just like speaking my mind and sort of giving you a behind the scenes tour of what's going on in my brain. So I plan on doing that as well. So I'm going to address comments and concerns. I'm going to address some other random stuff that I'm thinking about, and then I also want to just do some random thought processes of me going through the city and sort of expressing ideas as well, because I do that a lot on Bricksie. Like I go through and I talk, this is what we could potentially do here, this is what we could potentially do here, I want to do this, I want to do that in the Lego City and all that. But then a lot of people call me out for just rambling. So that's why I want to dedicate a channel with that is literally titled Bricksie Talks. So I can literally just ramble on, and that's what you can expect to see on this channel. So some behind the scenes stuff, which is going to be pretty cool if you're into listening to what I have to say, which I think a lot of people are. This will be a specific channel that's dedicated to that. And I think it's going to be sustainable as well. Now it's funny because a number of years ago, when YouTube was getting into shorts, I actually decided to make a third channel, and that was called Bricksie Shorts. And I posted on there for, I don't know, 2 weeks or something like that. And it got a fair number of subscribers. It wasn't anything serious. But then I just didn't do it because it's like, well, I'm just making these shorts. Why don't I just post these on the regular Bricksie channel? And then I started posting them on the Bricksie channel, and it was all right, you know, like the shorts did okay, in my opinion. They didn't do great. And I think they sort of clouded my long form content, which is my primary focus on Bricksie. So now I haven't really been producing and uploading shorts onto the Bricksie channel. However, with that said, I still do a lot of short form content, but I post that for the most part on my Instagram, and then I post it a little bit on TikTok. So what I'm thinking of doing is also posting all of my short content, that's from the shorts feed, on this channel as well. And I think I have the ability to do that here because it's not going to cloud the Bricksie channel. It's sort of its own entity. And another nice thing about it is Bricksie Shorts is so far away from ever being monetized, and it will never be monetized. So I think if I post it on this channel, it's just going to be better for the business as well. It feels like, you know, it's a better place to post my shorts, and I may as well combine those two channels. So the channel that was called The Brixies is being renamed into Bricksie Talks, and it's also going to be combined with Bricksie Shorts, and I'm going to start posting shorts on this channel quite regularly, and I'm also going to be talking about the city and just talking in general. That's why I thought, you know what, that'd be pretty cool, or that's a pretty good name for it, Bricksie Talks, because that's what it's going to be all about. So yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to let you know about the new channel that I am going to continue working on, and I promise that I will commit to, and I am going to for sure continue posting on this channel, just because I want to. Oh yeah, another thing too is the reason I wanted to do this was because there was a little bit of confusion in my mind with the channel that we called The Brixies and also Bricksie, because, for example, we went to Disneyland, Mrs. Bricksie and I made a vlog for about our Disneyland trip, and I just posted it on here, whereas that should have went on The Brixies. And also, sometimes in my vlogs, you'll notice that there's my children involved, like setting up the water table or playing with Duplo trains, and I just include those snippets within the Bricksie vlogs. So that's another reason why I didn't post them on The Brixies, is just because I was already posting that style of stuff on Bricksie. So this alleviates that problem. Now, if I film anything like us at Disney World or Disneyland or with the family or whatever, I'm just going to put it on the Bricksie channel, and then anything that's just me talking to the camera is going to go on this channel. Yeah. So I hope you enjoy that concept, and I hope you like that concept, and yeah, that's going to be the new direction that we're heading. Just wanted to let you know. Thank you so much for coming on by. Please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned, because we're going to be posting a lot more shorts and also hosting some pretty cool conversations about Lego, the Lego City, the Lego Studio, and just other random stuff. All right, farewell.